So this one is probably going to be the most controversial, but please stick it out with me. The double throw Barbarian. Now, I know what you're saying. Double throw, bleh. But quite honestly, the damage output on this thing is kind of bananas, and that's without seeing the changes that are coming in the next patch. So the kit itself is maxing out on double swing as the synergy, double throw as your primary, throwing mastery, and battle orders. Everything else is a 1-point wonder here, and we drop a couple additional points into natural res, just because we originally built this as a glass cannon. You'll see that we are maxing dexterity here, whereas every other build that we're using is typically only putting in what you need for your gear. The kit itself is using Ethereal War Strike as well as an Ethereal Lacerator. This one is kind of a necessary evil because you want to be proccing amp damage as much as possible. The rest of the kit is a Fortitude, a Giant Skull for knockback, as well as the 2 sockets and a little bit of Crushing Blow, although that's very heavily reduced on a throwing build. But you're going to put 4015s into here. High Lords again. War Travelers this time, we want to pack on as much added damage as possible so that our enhanced damage is getting the biggest multiplier that it can. Ravenfrost, Razor Tail for the Pierce, as well as a Crafted Ring, and then 20 IS Crushing Blow Crafted Gloves. The reason why you want these is because we need to double up as much as possible on Life Leech and Mana Steal, considering those are also reduced when used through a throwing weapon. The rest of the kit is just as much max damage as you can stack on this as possible. And I think you're going to be pretty surprised when you actually see the DPS calculator. Why is this going to be a relevant build? Well, Double Throw is going to have chance to pierce on the skill. We don't know how much it is yet, but let's assume anywhere between 20 to 30, right? With a Razor Tail giving you 33 pierce, it means that on your Lacerator, you have somewhere between a 50 to 60% chance to pierce your target. And on War Strike, which has 50% pierce on it already, you have a 100% chance to pierce, even if it's only 20 on the skill. The damage calculation that we're using right now is a full buff against players 8 difficulty Hell Cows, because something like this build is really looking to destroy density as much as it can, because you want to maximize pierce per weapon thrown. Against players 8 Cow, we are pumping out 59,000 damage per second, and we are killing cows in 0.72 seconds. Players 8 cows in 0.72 seconds. That is, every throw is going to annihilate a row of cows. Why is this so important? The big issue with throwing weapons, especially ethereal throwing weapons, is that you aren't able to repair them to replenish their quantity. And even though both of these options both replenish in under 30 seconds, you are probably going to need to have a second set on swap so that you can finish a single farming session. But if we're pumping out 59,000 damage against players 8 cows and killing them in less than 1 second, that really does mean that on average, one throw is killing an entire pack of cows, obviously in a straight line, but bear with that concept. I think with this much damage on the kit, and the fact that even though I built it as a super glass cannon, you'll see we only have 2,000 life, and that is with charms included. We are still max cap on res in hell difficulty, which I was not expecting to reach. And this kill speed is just bananas. It's absolutely ridiculous. Then if you were to take your damage and actually compare it against somebody like, let's go for Hell Diablo. Hell Diablo, on Players 8 difficulty, you're killing in 9 seconds with 29,000 DPS on your build. 9 seconds on Players 8 Diablo on a throw barb. So keep that in mind. Honestly, looking at the damage output here, as well as rocking an Act 1 Mercenary, again with Faith Bow, with this much damage, kill speed, and great mobility on a Barbarian, I would not be surprised if Throw Barb is one of the most popular options that people are going to be trying out walking into this patch.